Good morning, Nerdigans. This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Four Nights of the Apocalypse chapter 217. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable little Bubba Kitty, who's somewhere around here, hopefully being good kitties, and this operation, well, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the links to our Patreon, where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that, so we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Digimon Beat Break. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there's a stacked fall anime season in full swing, in which we're covering Digimon, Gachikuta, Togenaki, Sanda, Boku no Hero Academia Final Season, Spy Family Season 3, and per Patreon member request, One Punch Man Season 3, and there's even more on the way, so please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So, oh my freaking god. So, last chapter, we got the truth about Gwen, and I had a feeling we were going to have a Toto situation, and yes, we did! We do have a Toto situation here with Gwen. So, basically, like Tota, Gwen is essentially a clone. What Merlin did was use the DNA from the fire left from the scar, so to speak, that Escanor gave her, and her DNA, and basically made Gwen. I fucking knew it. I knew Gwen was a Tota. I knew it! I fucking knew it! But the thing that was really bizarre is that the only reason why Gwen was a lesbian was because of a spell. And I'm like, and everybody in the community was like, what? That's the only reason? That's the reason? Really? So now the spell has been lifted. And, yeah, and I think we're going to be getting the ball and ship now with Gwen, and I really don't know how to feel about that, to be honest. But anyways, let's get into this chapter where hopefully we're going to find out the truth about Arthur, because damn, that was shocking at the end of the chapter where we saw where Merlin is with supposedly the real Arthur. So let's get into this chapter, see what's in store for us this week. And this chapter is titled The Eternal King. And speaking of Arthur, who we thought was the real Arthur this entire time, but my own son warned me. He said, "You've been tricked. You must try to recall me." Why did I forget it all? About my own wife and about Percival too. Yeah, okay, so we're with the four evils right now. Or, yeah. Listen to you. Did you forget your obligation to His Majesty? He deigned to grant us the very power of chaos, a mighty sword wielded to protect what we hold dear. Oh, don't feed me that line! Yeah! What does that matter if we lose all memory of what we hold dear? Tell him, Ironside! Perhaps it's fair to say that we've all been played for fools. Willadine, is that you? How many years has it been? Since we've spoken with all of our wits intact. Of course, Percival's forces left beyond the brink of death. Ooh! So, even after all that shit that just happened, what Percival did, still has an effect on her, on Morladane. I actually am very pleased with that. I had it coming too. Bitch, you did have it coming. We must thank Lancelot when we see him. Damn straight you better thank Lancelot. we're here speaking now because he temporarily weakened the chaos within us. The reason why, remember the reason why he was able to do it. It's because of the power of chaos inside of him. So basically, the chaos that he has inside of, Lancelot has inside of him from the Lady of the Lake neutralized the chaos that was inside of them. I don't think, like, part of me's like, I'm surprised that Lancelot didn't straight up purify the chaos that was already inside of them. Like, you'd think because of how powerful it was, he could have just straight up purified it. But, I guess not. Why does, especially where, with Ironside and Pelagard, because Ironside and Pelagard didn't have that much chaos up in there. Like, Warladane, I could totally understand why, her chaos, couldn't be, purified. But, yeah, I remember, I'm thinking about it now, it's like, yeah, I remember the chaos took full control over, Ironside and, Pelagard. Probably that's why, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that's probably why. Why did His Majesty even do this? I don't know. He must have had a grave reason to. He strove to build an eternal world where anyone could live happily, and he was willing to trample over the dignity of his most loyal knights for the task? The king I knew was never as cold-hearted a man as that. And even if we are willing to overlook his acts, if even a single thing went the other way, we would have been striking at the very people and things we swore to protect. We have to confirm his true intentions. We have to confirm that's the real Arthur! Well, welcome back. I can't even recall the last time we spoke. You can hear me, right? Care to acknowledge me? Well, that's not very nice. We're technically siblings, born from the same mother. Aren't we, Lady of the Lake? Wait, what? Hold up! Or, right, I should call you our infinite pool of magic. Anyway, I'll ask you to keep this chat a secret from your current vessel. Oh, no need... Whoa! No need to worry. He never pries into my private life anyway. Don't you mean he doesn't care about it? After all, you may look all graceful and calm, but in fact, you're pathologically selfish, egotistical, and incredibly annoying to deal with. Lancelot totally agrees with that. What? It takes someone like me, your sibling in human terms, to put up with a woman like you. Dude, Lancelot is able to put up with a woman like her. So why don't you abandon the human realm and come to me instead? I refuse. Yeah. Why would I ever be willing to associate with my own helpless brother? I'm a changed man. I want to lead the way for the humans Mother created so they can find happiness. Wait, what? I crafted all of Camelot here just for that Hold on a second! I'm a changed man. I want to lead the way for the humans Mother created so they can find happiness. I crafted all of Camelot here just for that sake. All that power of yours goes to waste in the service of a mere human. Hold on. So what they're talking about is it's the Mother of Chaos. Okay. All that power of yours goes to waste in this, the service of a mere human. So easily revealing your hand like that, I'm amazed you could serve as king at all. Or, oh, you guys called it! Or can you, Cath Pug? God, the purest embodiment of malice. Oh my God! You call them mere humans and you claim to guide them to happiness? Your true feelings are so obvious to me. I've not lent my powers to anyone. They were wrested from me by force, a feat you could never even try. So, I understand how this happened. Remember at the end of Seven Deadly Sins what Cath did. Oh, that makes so much sense. Okay, so this was connected to the end of Seven Deadly Sins of the Nanatsu no Taizai when Cath straight up ate Arthur. Yeah. I know he was... Okay, I double-checked the wiki to make sure I wasn't losing my mind. Okay, so he was banished. But somehow it escaped the seal. We don't know how it escaped the seal or how Arthur managed to find it after training in A-Star. Okay, but remember it did take that bite out of Arthur though. So, and Arthur was resurrected with chaos. So yeah, CATH probably was able to track Arthur with that chaos. Yeah, because remember, at the end of Tazai, he was awoken as a vessel of chaos. So, yeah, CATH probably was. Hopefully, we're going to find out how he was able to break the seal and get into Arthur's body. But I feel like what this kind of is kind of like with what happened with the we're getting like a Jiren Kawaki situation. But let's keep going with this chapter and see if we're gonna get the answer to that. I only hope you have your fill of being a king while you can. That infuriating woman, I've got to get back at her. Who are you speaking to just now? Ah, the four evils, you're awake, I see. So why are you here and why all the scowling? Don't tell me you want to return to the front line right now. You need to take the time to rest. Sire, can we ask you about your true nature? My what? How do you mean? Are you truly King Arthur Pendragon of Camelot? I'm not sure I follow you. Still, is such a thing and all that important? Because I thought you and I share in the same goal, to bring happiness to the people of Camelot. It begins and ends with that, no? For your only wife, Penkins? Your darling son and your daughter, and that poor subspecies created by ancient magic. All these tiny, ridiculous garbage wishes, they hardly matter at all, and that's perfect. I can bring all you humans to the very precipice of happiness. Woo! And then I will leave not a trace behind as I destroy it all of it, Britannia, and the very world itself. For that is what I yearn for most of all. I cannot wait to see how it unfolds. And oh, with the faces of all those humans slack-jawed in joy are stretched into pale sheets of horror. Wait, this is the true King Arthur? Nonsense! Our true liege would never be this monster. You guessed it. Okay, here we go. 18 years ago, the real Arthur used the power of chaos to absorb me, so he did absorb him. Like we saw with Lancelot with the Lady of the Lake. Foolish of him, huh? Well, what did he think would happen in installing the cancer inside of his own body? Well, this happened. I stole that body and the chaotic power inside him. Okay, so this is very much like a karma situation, like in Boruto, or kind of like you can make the argument that this is kind of like a Shigaraki all for one situation, but I feel like it's leaning, the reason why I say it's leaning more towards like a Boruto situation is because how hold on a second, let me read this here. My only regret is that woman Merlin who separated us just before I could swallow everything up. I'll save them both for some later time. So maybe this is a Shigaraki situation more than a Boruto situation. The only reason part of me is like this is, here's the reason why I'm leaning more towards a Boruto situation. Because I was thinking Kawaki at first, but here's why I'm leaning more towards Boruto. Because in the first part of Boruto, just as Momoshiki was about to like fully consume Boruto, like it was like at 85%, Kawaki, I'm spoiling it, you have to deal with it. Kawaki killed Boruto, and Momoshiki needs Boruto to be alive in order to survive. And he had to use some of his cells to keep Boruto alive. So like, yeah, he couldn't, because he needed like, I think it was like 15% or something like that, to use 15% of his cells, for Boruto to stay alive, something like that. Boruto, he could not complete the full process. So yeah, this feels, if anything, this feels more like a Boruto situation than anything else. Because, like, if this was a Kawaki situation, like, it would be a straight up... Kawaki was, like, 100% Otsutsuki, but the thing was, in Kawaki's case, was they basically got rid of... they were able to meet the condition where Jiren was outside of... Jiren didn't get into Kawaki soon enough, his body soon enough, and disappeared. Hell, you can make the argument. You can make the argument that that's the case here too. That this is a Kawaki situation. That there is, because there technically is a that CATH. Well, CATH took over his body, so I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys see this more as like a Boruto situation or a Kawaki situation? Let's see. And indeed, I'm sure all of you will rejoice for me tomorrow when I'm wedded to Queen Guinevere at the ceremony, won't you? Holy shit! What the fuck? Ooh. So you guys were right about Arthur being CATH. You guys were fucking right about that. You guys were right. So CATH basically was able to get in. He was absorbed by Arthur. Kind of. This is why I'm like. This is more of like a karma thing. Kind of like with. Again, this is why I'm leaning more towards Boruto than Kawaki, because Boruto already absorbed Momoshiki. Kawaki did not absorb Jiren. He was just becoming a Momoshiki himself. Boruto was already a vessel and had Momoshiki up inside him. Oh my god, that sounded so bad. But yeah, so it's very interesting, isn't it? Like, actually, you can make the argument that it's like a combination of the two. Oh my god, it really is a combination of Boruto and Kawaki, isn't it? Oh my god, it totally is. Holy shit, it really is a combination of the two. Because they were able to Merlin was able to straight up separate Arthur from CATH. Kind of like how they were able to keep Jiren from getting into Kawaki's body. Yeah. Oh my god, this is a combination of Boruto and Kawaki. Holy shit, this really is a combination of Boruto and Kawaki. Oh my god, it really is. I know some people are going to say it's Shigaraki. No, this is not a Shigaraki situation. No fucking way. I don't think this is a Shigaraki situation. You can maybe make the argument that it's a Shigaraki situation. But no, I think this is more of like a combination of Boruto and Kawaki. That just makes more sense to me than anything else. But what do you guys think of what CATH's motives are in terms of Camelot? What Camelot is supposed to be? It's supposed to be the resurrection. It's supposed to be like the resurrection of the realm of chaos, so to speak. That's what it seems like to me. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I'm right here. Yeah, that's what it seems like. But you know what's really interesting about this? Is that because chaos is a primordial god, we have like a primordial god situation happening in Record of Ragnarok right now too. So I think that's just a happy accident. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Furcoa content. You guys can do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.